Mount Madonna is described as one of the most majestic regional parks in its area, and driving through the park, you immediately see why this park is described as majestic. Among these beauties, there lies a story that was so compelling I just had to visit, and besides, I couldn't pass up a good hiking trip. Once upon a time, this area belonged to a man called Henry Miller, also known as the Cattle King. Henry Miller was born in 1827 in Germany. He migrated to New York City in 1846 and continued on to California in 1850. He became one of the country's richest men by selling beef during the California Gold Rush. With 1.25 million acres and roughly 1 million cattle, Henry was given the nickname Cattle King. And the Cattle King loved to spend his summers here in these very woods. In 1875, he built his summer retreat here and spent his summers with his daughter Sarah Alice Miller, also known as Gussie, in these woods. One of Gussie's favorite things to do is to ride her horse. Unfortunately, this led to the end of her short life. On June 14, 1879, 8-year-old Gussie took her horse for a run through the woods as she usually does. This time, tragedy struck. Her horse tripped, throwing poor Gussie to her death. She was buried on this mountain shortly after, and Henry Miller never recovered from his loss. When he passed in 1916, Sarah's body was relocated to the family plot in Coleman, California. But it seems her spirit stayed on Mount Madonna. So Sarah's ghost is actually the ghost most seen frequently in the woods than her father's. She has been sighted in multiple locations, and one of the most popular ones is her galloping on her horse through these very woods. She is also seen at the old summer house, but the most interesting story is her being seen on the side of the roads trying to hitch a ride. So the story goes that there is a little girl in a frilly white dress seen in the middle of the night on the side of the road wanting to hitch a ride. Now, the funny thing is that sometimes she doesn't even ask the driver permission to hitch a ride. She just appears on the back of their seats. Imagine just driving in the dark, minding your own business, having a nice drive, and suddenly there's this weird girl in the back of your seat, not saying a word and just disappearing within the next second. Now that is spooky. But some say that the only reason why she is trying to hitch a ride with someone is because they believe her soul is trapped on this mountain, and her trying to get a ride is just her way of trying to escape. One of the most haunted spots in Mount Madonna is the Henry Miller site, where only the bare foundation of what was once an amazing summer cottage used to sit back in the 1870s. So right now I am sitting on what could be the doorframe of one of the houses that were here. This used to be the summer house of Henry Miller, and it is said that both him and his daughter can still be seen wandering around here. Now it's time to enjoy the comfortably shaded trails of Mount Madonna. As we admire the beauty, I want to share with you one of the creepier ghost encounters. This involves camping at Mount Madonna, which means you'll be able to be in these woods at night, where the majority of ghost sightings have been seen. So campers would wake up finding horse tracks and small human footprints circling their tents. Screams have also been heard by park rangers. So it seems like camping is the way to go if you really want to see the Miller ghosts. Okay everyone, so this is Nick, and he loves the paranormal. right? Yeah. Anything to do with it, sea monsters, ghosts, aliens, you name it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
So I just told him the story about the Millers and Mount Madonna. So I just want to ask him, what does he think about their story?
That's an interesting story. It's one of those like classic kind of urban legend stories that, you know, there's not really a lot of ways to validate it. But when you get out to a place like this, you kind of see how isolated it is, how creepy it could be at night. Like, you see why the stories permeate that way. And who am I to say? Yeah, if I was out here alone by myself and I heard like a galloping ghost horse coming down, yeah, I'd get a little freaked out. So I think there could be something to it for sure.
Yeah, but we have to wait until nighttime. But we're not staying until night.
Wait, what?
All right, guys, so that is the story of the Miller ghosts that haunt Mount Madonna County Park. So the next time you're here out camping, just keep your eyes and ears open for the sound of galloping horses or ghost apparitions of a family that used to enjoy their summers here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.